It's Log, brought to you by Korg. We've got the Monologue and the Minilogue together here to look at some of the key differences and the way they play together. The Monologue, on the one hand, is a monophonic synth that is battery operated, smaller with 25 keys. The Minilogue, on the other hand, this is the original Minilogue, not the XD or the Minilogue bass, but it still has 37 keys, multiple play modes, and is a polysynth. You can see most of the controls, or many of the controls, are very similar. And I was really delighted to learn that the patches on the two are different. They both basically have the same underlying engine, but it's fun to have different presets to work with, although most of the time I bet you'll be playing with your own patches using the open ones. So thing to note, a lot of the controls at the top, the VCO and the LFO, they are kind of laid out in the same way. The main filter on the Minilogue has a bigger button, and the LFOs have different speeds, which is good, I guess, but I would be interested. It would be nicer if the LFO on the Minilogue was a little faster. Through the different voice modes, which are poly and duo and unison, and duo is nice, unison's all right, mono, it makes it a monologue synth. The delay features okay. I think the arpeggiator is really fun. There's loads of options here, and the cool thing is each of the voice modes has its depth control on it, which allows for just a real good artistic blend, and for the arpeggiator gives you a whole load of different arpeggiation modes. One thing that does feel out of place to me is the tempo control on the Monologue is on the right and it's on the left on the Minilogue. When they're together, they're actually right next to each other, so maybe they were designed to be like this, but it's just a little bit awkward when you're trying to change the tempo at once. And of course, with MIDI, they're clocked together. They both have the same kind of basic step sequencer functions. However, the Monologue has much more control with slide and motion that you can add in, and you can see all the steps on one view. And of course, on the back, they actually have the exact same controls with audio in and output and CV, as well as MIDI, and of course USB. So that makes them really nice. Different wood grain on both of mine.
Quickly recording a step sequence just to show how these work. And now putting a bass line over that using the Monologue, which is definitely more bass focused. Another thing that the monologue has, the Minilogue doesn't have, is the latch mode, which allows you to really use a step sequence in tune with the keys you're pressing, the signal you're pushing in. So now we're adding in some 80s synth magic to the D20 rolling, just for fun. We put the audio through the audio in of the Minilogue and use it for its great sampled 80s drums. The audio in and the gating that's involved there, does add some weird dynamics to the highs and lows of the synth that you're running through it, but that's kind of the point. I think it does give you a lot of kind of cool dynamics and makes the overall sound very cohesive. Well, I hope you found this somewhat interesting. I think these keyboards are amazing and do a lot for not too much money. So like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.